Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Digibowl Media with your boy Z Freddy in the building, and of course, you got Mr.
Tinashe right here.
TC in the building, AFinshape.
The Digibowl Marketing, all that.
Digibowl Marketing and all that. And today, what we're talking about is actually what we're talking about today is Spotify versus coding.
Okay.
Interesting, right? Like
Titillating stuff.
titillating stuff.
Titillating stuff.
Oh my God!
Titillating is not a word, ladies and
It's a
gentlemen.
word. It's so dumb.
Titillating is
a
not
word.
in the dictionary. You don't.
It sounds weird, but it's a word.
Titillating.
Google it, folks.
Titillating.
I'll go
Really?
Google it after.
Really. But anyway, so what we're talking about is Spotify versus coding. Now, what do I mean by Spotify versus coding? Last year, I met the Vice President of Strategy and Innovation at Sony Music. Anybody that knows me knows that Sony is my life.
Yeah.
Nah, not even Sony. Sony or Universal. Anyone that wants to employ me, I'm cool. Employ me. Sony, Universal, music.
Job shout outs out here.
Just employ me. But like anybody that knows me knows that I'm passionate about music and the music industry. I did one pitch for him, 1 minute pitch for him, which was like a competition that we were doing to win tickets to go to this show called the one pitch show, which was in London, tackling the topic.
I'm glad I get to the Sony bit. What's it called? Spotify bit. Tackling crimes in poor neighborhoods and helping out with youth employment. Shut up, bro. Listen to my Sony.
So I've always wondered for the longest time that why can't music labels and record labels and music distribution and major companies within the music industry, why can't they code the music that they produce or that they publish so that it can't be downloaded illegally? Because like piracy is a big thing. Like people used to make money off making sales of records.
It's more like accepted now.
Now, yeah, so now it's become a norm just to download things illegally. I mean,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I'm guilty of that myself.
Done it a couple of times. Did this morning.
So I asked them, why can't they code this music? Like, put a coding within the music that you publish so that people can't download it illegally. Crazy enough, his response was that we've tried that. And Fred was explaining that, you know what, we've tried that, but then we live in a world where that people don't want to be locked off away from anything. So creating websites that lock off people from downloading stuff, or creating coding that locks off people from downloading stuff, people find it as a challenge. It becomes an adrenaline rush to unlock something. So people will always figure out a way to crack down the code. So we've come to a point whereby we have accepted it. That, you know what, downloads are gonna happen. So what can we do in the world that downloads are gonna happen? So
I think one thing is that now companies, they don't care about downloading.
Yeah.
They work more for convenience. So I'm on Spotify because it's convenient.
Yeah, exactly.
They download my music for them and I pay them £5 a month on a student deal.
Yeah. So that's exactly what he said. He said like with companies like Spotify and even companies like SoundCloud and all these other companies coming up, Tidal, Spotify, Google Play. There's quite Apple Music, quite a lot of companies that have a whole library of music that could be downloaded by people. Where there was a downloading error, but now we've totally moved to like the whole Spotify era. Streaming era, and streaming is a big thing that as much as we wanted to worry about downloads, downloads consume more time in downloading them than it is just to pay like £5 a month just to.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So like we've moved into the streaming era. So I thought that was very interesting, and actually it's something that I never thought about. You know, I've always thought, if I get all the money in the world, I'm just gonna hire a bunch of coders to just coding, and then that coding would just block people from downloading illegal music. But then
it's not easy like that.
Yeah, it's not an easy, straightforward route. So I thought that was quite interesting. It was quite an interesting short conversation with Fred from Sony.
Yeah.
So like, streaming is becoming a mighty thing right now. It's becoming a massive thing, and
Yeah, I mean, people still do downloadings.
yeah, of course.
I think for most people, when they think about is it morally right or morally wrong, I think the argument that they have is that when I download something, is they're giving publicity to the artist or whatever. So if I get to hear some artist I never knew because I downloaded it or listened to it on YouTube where the artists may get less money or something,
Right.
that's still considered okay by society. Whereas, nowadays, more companies, like you said, have cottoned on to, like, people used to think it's a bad thing, but now it's just like, companies understand that people do it because it's more convenient than having loads of CDs of. I mean, but the other day, having said that, Anesu bought Malibu, my brother.
Yeah.
And that was like a CD where he wanted to show love to the artist.
Yeah,
and
I
even
mean-
though I don't recognize that I'm showing love to them by streaming on Spotify because they still get like money per view or per listen that I do per song, I still do show artists love by just literally listening to them on Spotify and stuff.
Streaming is the next big thing. Yeah.
What would be interesting is that will Spotify actually stay on just audio, or will it start producing the music videos along with it? Or even when you're listening, will there be a point where there's a music video option or capability?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So
Because right now it's YouTube, and sometimes YouTube doesn't allow certain music videos. So is that an area where Sony can take advantage of and start producing, video content as well that goes with the music?
you mean Spotify?
Spotify, yeah.
You said so.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but that's I've never thought of that, but that would be interesting. So Spotify adopting some kind of platform whereby they integrate kind of music videos as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting.
If it's going to be streaming, then yeah, you can stream music videos as well alongside that.
That's an interesting point. Like, is Spotify just gonna stick to just music streaming, or maybe just music video streaming? I mean, now these days they do music documentaries. People like Beyonce, when she released Lemonade, there was like a whole short movie to it.
People want content as easy and as accessible as possible. If I have to search for things, that's gonna waste my time. If you send me things that I think I would like, you're forcing a market for, there's a music video. I wasn't gonna watch a music video, but since it's here,
Let me just check it out.
Yeah, more content, and then I spend more time on Spotify. So these are avenues where they can.
First of all, I'm gonna copyright this idea.
It's out there.
So I'm claiming this idea right now.
Right now.
So Spotify,
A verbal declaration.
in it, I declare that this idea was a Digibowl idea, and it's gonna be on YouTube. So Spotify, if you steal this, you better give us some money out there.
Yeah, better.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chase you.
Where's our car?
I'm gonna show you the way. I'm gonna show you that we came up with this. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this one. Maybe it's something they've been thinking about. But
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, but then you didn't mention that you've been thinking about it. We mentioned it, so Spotify.
Didn't mention that.
Better have my money.
Yeah.
Pay me what you owe me. So anyways, guys, thanks for sliding into the DMs, because we all know it goes down in the DMs.
You go down.
It goes down in the DMs.
You go